Hello, I think I'm live. Takes a little while. Oh, I'm live, woohoo! Hi guys, am I gonna do that annoying thing where I hang out and wait for people to show up? I'm just gonna get into it, and I'm sure a lot of people will catch this on the replay, which is great. This is my first day of this really exciting masterclass that I was going to say throwing, but I'm not throwing a masterclass. I'm just doing one because the topic I have to talk about, I feel like, is very important right now, and I'm just really excited about it. And it's just like I have built a life around it right now, and it's incredible. And I feel like I am here to tell the world about it. And of course, if you checked the title of this video, it's about intuition. And I had people vote on a poll the other day on Instagram. You might have seen it on Facebook as well. Kind of asking people, what do you want to know right now? But what people didn't really know is that all the topics I was putting are under intuition. The topics were stuff like never get sick ever, just be really healthy all the time, always make great decisions. What was another one? Like your metabolism code, know exactly what your metabolism is. And the last one was intuition, and just intuition covers everything. So I'm here to teach you how to have this like incredible decision-making tool that will make your life unbelievable, amazing, wonderful, and not just for you. That's the great thing about intuition, because when you make a decision from your intuition, you're making a decision not just for your highest good, but for everyone. Yeah, for the world, which is what we need right now. Yeah, like anyone who's making decisions from a place of overanalyzing, judging, fear, hate, none of that's coming from intuition. The stuff that's going on in the world right now, any hate, any illness, it's come from people making decisions not from intuition. So I'm here to turn that around. Yeah, so I'm going to get started with what is intuition? What the heck is it? Like, is it just some magical fairy that comes into your head? It's like, bing, this is what you should do. If you want to believe that, sure, but I'm going to break it down for you. Intuition is like this instantaneous knowing that you get from all your senses working at once to make a decision for you. You don't have any conscious thought about it. It's not something that happens in your brain, in your head. There's no thinking involved, analyzing. It's just like, I just know this. Yeah. And it comes, from all your senses working at once. But one very important sense that we're not taught in school, which is everyone has a different name for it. You can call it what you like, and I don't want to. My goal here is to be inclusive of all religions and faiths and beliefs, and because I believe they're all true. They're all stories about the same subject. But your final and most important sense that creates your intuition comes from, if you want to call it, it comes from nature and the energetics of nature, or you can call it, some people will call it God, some people will call it source, some people call it the universe, some people just call it energy. What are other words some people have for it? I wrote a bunch down, but yeah, God, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, the greater good. If you want to believe that something out there doesn't exist that helps you create these decisions, that's fine. I know people that are atheists and just believe in energetics, and that's what it is too. Yeah, that's what intuition is, and literally tapping in to this force that wants nothing but good for the world and for you. Like, is that not amazing? And you don't have to think about it. You just can just make these decisions. But it's not as easy as that. That's why I have this masterclass, and I'm going to explain to you how to use your intuition to make these great, wonderful decisions. But today is literally just about discovering intuition, finding out what it is, and then I'm going to tell you your specific, or you're going to find it out, you'll see, your specific way. Oh, hi, Mara. Mara's watching. Yay. Yeah, I'm going to tell you your specific way of finding your intuition. So I'll start with how I first started using intuition. I first started using it, a few years ago now, when I was healing my own eating habits. I was having disordered eating habits. I was over exercising or under exercising, or eating too much or eating too little. And I learned a lot more about nutrition, and I started eating intuitively and exercising intuitively. Like, I have no strict regimen anymore, really. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I go in and out, but I don't get sick. My body stays very healthy and in shape. Yeah, sometimes I don't work out all week. Sometimes I'll work out 3 times a week, and I eat literally whatever I want. And that was never the case before. And I probably weighed more when I was like forcing. Do you know what I mean? Making decisions out of fear, and like, I have to be in shape, because a lot of women have, in the back of their heads, that feeling of, if I don't look good, I'm unlovable, so I've got to be in this great shape, which is completely not true in all the construction of our society, but that's another subject. But yeah, I realized that intuition worked for being healthy, for eating and exercise, and I realized, like, this can't just be for that. Like, I feel like you could use this for your entire life, and you can, and I have, and my life just keeps getting better and better, and I'm so grateful, and I need to give it to everyone, and the world needs this right now. So there's that. And then I discovered human design, which made intuition like much more better. If you don't know what human design is, if you're watching this right now on replay, pause, or after this, come back and Google human design. Go to the website, I think it is mybodygraph.com. Yep, mybodygraph.com. I wonder if I can put it in the comments. My body. I think that's how you spell it. Yep. I don't know how to pin a comment. I am new to this, but it'll be in the comments. Yeah, and look up your human design. But it's a lot of information. When you look at it, you're going to be like, I don't even understand what this is. But essentially, human design is an amalgamation of a bunch of different sciences. They use Ayurveda, astrology, the I Ching, the chakra systems, all of this stuff to essentially give you an energy blueprint of who you are as a person. When you were born, if you don't want to believe in the energetics of the planets, think about the moon and how the moon controls the tides. Like, the gravitational pull of planets has effects on us. If you don't want to believe that, that's totally fine. But that is essentially part of what human design is based on. Like, when you were born, you had to set certain energetic pattern, and you were supposed to live your life a certain way. And part of it is that you are intuitive in a certain way. So there are 5 different intuitive styles, or they call it in human design your authority, like your decision-making authority. Yeah, and it's incredible. Like, when you discover your human design, you'll be like, wow. I can't believe how it gives you permission to be you. It's incredible. But we're talking about intuition today. And I'm going to go over the 5 authority types in human design, which are your 5 different ways of following your intuition. So, the first one is, I hope you've gone and looked up your human design at this point. If you haven't, then you're going to be confused because it's going to get weird. The first one is your splenic. Some people have splenic authority, which means, it's weird to say, trust your spleen. But some people have that, and it's literally, they say it's like you just have an instinct, or you feel butterflies about something, and in the moment you have to just like act on that, no matter how scary it is, or how like, oh my god, I don't know if I should do that. You just have this like little feeling like, oh my gosh, like I've got this idea, I think I should do it. That's supposed to be what a splenic authority is. The next one is sacral. Sacral is actually the one that's the most popular, where everyone says, listen to your gut, trust your gut. Sacral are the only authority that can actually trust their gut. Which kind of made me mad at first because I'm not sacral. And I was like, what? I want to trust my gut. Like, I want to know, have that gut, they say the gut feeling where you just know. Yeah, I don't have that. I'll tell you what I am in a minute. But yeah, your gut, let's see if I remember anything about that. Yeah, sacral is also in the moment. You can make your decision if you have like this like gut feeling, and you like literally feel like in your gut like yes or no. You like know definitively. Yeah, you just have this feeling in your body. Splenic, I feel like, is more a little bit full-bodied, whereas sacral is definitely in your gut. The next one is your emotional authority. I'm emotional authority, and emotional authority is a hard one to maneuver because you can't make decisions in the moment. Emotional authority means you might get a feeling about something you have to make a decision about, and you have to ride the emotional wave, and you have to make a decision from no emotion. A lot of people might be super sensitive and emotional, which is a great thing. Our society deems that being emotional as not great, but it means like you're very high in tune to energy, which I think is magical. But there's controlling it. A lot of people are emotional and they don't have the emotional intelligence and let it control them instead of them being in power and in control of it. So being more intuitive with your emotional authority, you really have to get good at controlling your emotions and riding the emotional waves, and know that you are not your emotions, and let them like pass through you and be like, okay, I have felt that, and now I feel clarity, I can make the decision. Emotional authorities, a lot of the time, when someone asks them a question about something, you have to literally take a beat. You have to be like, okay, I have to go and think about that. Like, you can't just be like, you don't have intuition in the moment. You can, when you get very good at honing your emotional authority, make a decision in the moment, but you have to have incredible emotional intelligence to be able to like literally feel that emotion and like separate it from yourself and be like, okay, I'm feeling that emotion, I'm separating it and putting it over here, and now I'm knowing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. Even I'm not there yet. I feel emotions, especially like in this like high emotional time we're in right now, Shit has literally hit the fan on Earth, guys. Emotions are high. I've gotten better. I can make a decision, I would say like an intuitive decision will come through within like an hour or something of feeling emotion. I don't need to like take a whole day or a whole night anymore. But I used to. It takes a while. For all authorities, it takes a while. Once you know your authority and know what you have to do to be more intuitive, it takes a while to hone it. It's not like it's just gonna like you're not just gonna be like I'm so intuitive all day long and you just know everything. It takes practice. It takes being aware. Yeah. So that was the third one. We still have two more. Self-projected. Self-projected. I kind of like this one. This is an interesting one. Self-projected authority means that for you to feel like your decision is right, you need to like talk about it to someone. What I mean by that is like you don't need to have a conversation and overanalyze it with this person. Ooh, the sun's getting in my face. You need someone as a sounding board. Like, do you ever have like someone you're just like, I just need you to listen to what I have to say. Like, I don't need your advice. I just like need someone to talk at. I've heard that some people with self-projected authority, when they don't have someone as a sounding board or it's something super personal and they don't have someone super close they want to talk to about something, about this decision, they'll use voice recordings, which I find really cool. Is they'll go on their phone and literally record into their phone their dilemma about a decision, and they'll listen back to it, which is really cool. That's just another way of like making a great decision for yourself as a self-projected authority. The last one is the ego or the heart authority, which means your heart makes all the decisions for you. But they say that when you are ego authority, your willpower makes the decision for you. Whatever you feel like really strong about or willpower for, that is what you go for. That's what creates the decision. Like you see, whatever you're making a decision about, you think like, oh, what is like motivating me? What is like making me be like, want to get going and want to have energy and that. So yeah, those are the 5 main ones. I know there are some more rare authorities that a lot of people don't have. Like one of them is you can potentially have no inner authority, and that means it's all about your environment, and you need to be in a good environment, like a positive, uplifting environment to make intuitive decisions for yourself. Yeah, so Mara, you're emotional. Yay. It's nice to have another emotional friend. Riding those emotional waves and not making decisions in the moment. Yeah, so that is a lot of information for right now. That's all I wanted to start with today. But you guys, intuition goes so much deeper than this. After you have found your type, if you're watching the replay, come back and like type in what your authority is. If you go to my body graph, it'll say your authority will come up. Tell me what it is. I want to know. And then from there, tomorrow, we're going to start talking about blocks that are in your way. After you know what your authority is, you can just start following it to make your intuitive decisions. There are going to be blocks in the way and things you need to clear out. And yeah, I'm going to explain that, as well as the physical aspects of intuition, which is literally your gut, your microbiome, and how your gut and your brain are connected, and that is involved with intuition as well. Intuition is a very multifaceted thing, and once you understand it and you can start using it for yourself, like intuition creates magic in your life. Like all of a sudden amazing people will be drawn to you. You don't get sick. You will be in complete health. You'll have the body of whatever you desire. Relationships will flow. You will find your life purpose, you will like what if you're in a job that you love already, things will just like seamlessly flow because you're making all these intuitive decisions. Like, I mean, imagine if intuition was applied to politics right now. You think politicians are making intuitive decisions? I don't think so. Yeah, there wouldn't be racism in our world if people were making intuitive decisions. This is like a major part of why I've just felt so pulled to bring this into the world right now. Um, just like hate would not exist. Like it just wouldn't if you're making decisions from intuition. Yeah, so that is day one. I love all of you guys, and I hope you come for day two because day two, you need, like, for the information you have found out right now in day one, um, it's just not going to work as well if you don't come and find out how to unblock your blocks because you might have been thinking you're following your intuition already and like, oh, it doesn't work for me. That's because there's things you need to clear and more things you need to know. Yeah. So I hope I have been clear and not talking too fast and crazy because I am just very hyped up and excited about the subject. Yeah, so I love you guys for watching, and yeah, in the comments, please let me know your authority. It's so exciting. It's so exciting, like seeing each other's authorities and like finding out who also is a certain authority and then talking about how you get through your decisions, and yeah, it's great. So go back, write in the comments your authority. Okay, I love you guys. I will be back here again tomorrow at the same time. I guess nobody has questions. That's okay. If you're watching on the replay and you have questions, I would love to answer them too. Okay? Love you. Bye.